What's up everybody, Alex here with a rare video about autographed baseballs. Even though this video is titled Baseball Display Case, I actually want to start by showing these. There are a couple of my archival boxes that I picked up a few years ago to store and preserve my autographed baseballs. I've done a lot of research on this, but I'll spare you from that for this video. If you're interested, I'll post a link to what's actually the most watched video ever on my channel, a video I did a few years ago on collecting autographed baseballs, where I get into a lot of detail on this and other topics, so have a look if you're interested. But as for these archival boxes, I'm really happy with them. They do the job well. They're museum quality, UV protected, acid free, all the good stuff. And they allow the baseballs to breathe, which is really important. I have to say though that the only real bummer has been that they don't really lend themselves to displaying very well. And so it's sort of been out of sight, out of mind with my autographed baseballs. So I've been thinking about it, and I decided to go with the idea of getting a small display case for the wall where I can display a small sample from my collection. And the idea is I can rotate out the baseballs whenever I want and feature a different part of my collection at a different time. So the inaugural display that you see me putting together here, and I sped this up so you guys don't have to sit through it, is going to be a somewhat random assortment of pictures from different eras of the game. I have a few different areas of focus when it comes to autographed baseballs in terms of my PC. Again, you can hear more about that in the linked video below. But overall, I'm really happy with this case. I looked at a bunch of them online, and this was the one that I liked best. The glass is UV protected, which is obviously an important feature. There's no daylight and very minimal light in general in my card room as it is, but you can't be too careful when it comes to UV protection and memorabilia. Overall, the construction and look of this case is really solid, and it suits my needs perfectly. They did have cases that hold more baseballs, but I went with the 20 count case. It just seemed like a good number to allow for some variety, but not be overkill. Okay, some of my all-time favorite YouTube videos are where people pan over their baseballs and call out the name of the signature, and so now's my opportunity to get to do that for 20 baseballs, so here we go. Okay, so we've got Early Wynn, Bob Feller, Bob Gibson with his 3,000 Ks, we've got Catfish Hunter, and we've got Rollie Fingers. Next up, Cliff Lee from the World Series in 2009. A couple game-used baseballs, Max Scherzer, Randy Johnson, and Justin Verlander. And then a baseball signed by three big-time Atlanta Braves pitchers, Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, and John Smoltz. Roy Halladay, inscribed with his perfect game. Steve Carlton, heavily inscribed. Robin Roberts. Cole Hamels from the 2008 World Series. And finally, Aaron Nola, a game-used baseball. So a very Philly-centric row. Jim Bunning, perfect game. Bill Spaceman Lee, his teammate Louis Tiant. Fernando Valenzuela, Rookie of the Year and Cy Young Award winner, and Doc Gooden. So it's so nice to see these baseballs prominently displayed again in my room, surrounded by my cards and memorabilia. I was just realizing that I haven't spoken about my autographed baseballs much in the past few years, but they're definitely a big part of my collecting and something that always connects me to the game and its history in a really visceral way. One of these days I'll have to do a fresh video update on my collection. But until then, thanks for watching guys, take care, and I'll talk to you all soon.